Guys, welcome to episode 20. We're at episode 20. Welcome to the Lyron Connection. I'm your host, Alexander John, and this is going to be a heavy episode. I've been mentally preparing for this. We don't have all the answers yet, but we're up to 35 messages since episode 19. We're at 22 pages in the manuscript, 4 images, and we're going to probably at the end of this have more questions than we do anything else, but we'll get through it. We're going to stay positive. We're going to catch up, and we're just going to go through what is the raw contact, and we'll take it from there. Just want to give a shout out to everybody. Everybody, wow. So VJ, Julia, Linda, Keith, and we'll catch up after the show. We're going to do Discord. So we'll do the raw contact. We'll catch up. And then we'll all go to Discord where we can be in the lounge and basically kind of like hash things out, talk about things if you have questions, and you guys can talk amongst yourselves as well and share information. So the Discord is actually a great place. We want to continue to grow that, and it's actually really cool. Angela, what's going on? Denise, Cheryl, VJ, Dad, Blatko, Tara, Spaka, I'm just saying, hey, what's going on, Sharon? So guys, where do we begin? Where did we leave off on episode 19? So episode 19, I believe the last things that we received on contact were coordinates. I'll backtrack just a little bit, just so some of the questions that I asked, and then we received coordinates, and then we'll go from there. A lot has happened. Moon Boots, Peter, what's going on? This is gonna be a lot of information, guys. So I know some of you privately have messaged me and you say you take notes, and or I've heard that you take notes and things. You might want to get a piece of paper and pen out. There is a lot of information to go over, and we'll get through it. And again, Tara will go ahead and give the Discord link for after the show, and then we'll spend that time in there kind of hashing some things out. And I have not received contact since, and I'll give you the exact time. The last contact transmission was Monday, yesterday, September 21st at 2:17 p.m. So it's been a day. It's actually the first breather since episode 19 where it's just been exploding. I don't know if this is breaking a law, but I'll get to this. I did sketch out one of the ships as a little treat, and I do not know, and I'll find out very quickly if I just got contact. So hold up, guys. We just got contact live on the air. I am actually going to, so I stand corrected. Last contact was 7:20 p.m. And I am going to actually, it came in as Latin. I'm going to actually translate this right now. So bear with me. We'll get started because it may be critical. Let me just see. I apologize. I have to decode it. I have my routine. Wow. It's a long message. Moon Boots, if you're available, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to send this to you while we're on the air so I can continue, and then we'll catch up on we'll catch up more on this. I don't know if this window's about to close. Let me ask a couple of questions real quick. I'm sorry, give me one moment. Sorry, guys. You can't even make this stuff up. I apologize. Moon Boots, I'm sending to you right now. Let me go ahead and I'll send it to you on our secure line. And it's off. All right, guys. So we'll get into that message when we get caught up. So that we're at 36 messages now. So let's see where it goes. That was a long one, and we're here. Doug, what's going on, buddy? We just received contact on the show just a minute ago. So again, we received coordinate. I'm going to go back. We're going to go back to September 16th of 2020. We received coordinates, and those coordinates, before I received those coordinates, I asked some questions, and that was on episode 19. So I'm just going to bleed over into this episode. So at 1:50 p.m. on the 16th, I did ask, where is the brother now? Who is the brother? And instructions for what? Because the message before I asked those questions were that I received was, in fact, the brother who is in command. Then I received coordinates. I can actually, at this point, share those coordinates. Let's see if I can do that. Those are the coordinates. It was on Long Island, East Mauritius, Montauk. So I received those coordinates, and then this is where we'll start fresh. I asked, for what date are these coordinates for, or is this the location of brother? That is Brother Doug's location. What does he have for me? Where should he look for the instructions or information? I await your response. Thank you. On September 17th, Thursday, at 12:55, I asked the question, do we both meditate in the 11th hour? Remember, they were saying I need to start getting away from the electronic aspect, that they're called gadgets, and they're compromised, where there are many spies out there that are watching, and others, and I need to start honing in and having a direct link. Thursday, September 17th at 3:42, I did receive a message, and it says, never would such works and tribulations enter the realm of error. He has found his brother, but he is evil. The council is too upset. There is only a little time left to take common sense steps to achieve the final departure of the morning. The ship was to show the world that legal transactions after landing the ship again, Soltraxi. They mentioned the Soltraxi. That's Lyran. That's a flagship. And they're talking about like a departure. Now, last I knew from the Lyrans is within 10 years I would be leaving to go back, and it seems something else is going on now where there's an immediate a drop ship coming. At 3:48 p.m. I asked, what is the date for the final morning departure and coordinates? What is the location for pickup? What is the date for pickup? What is the time for pickup? I await your response. Thank you. You landed the ship already? Why do I not get dates, times, and location? So I'm scrambling at this point. At 4:27 p.m., they stated, it is so often that the data cannot be sent. You have been sent to the coordinates of the mathematical codes. Where is the intelligence? At 4:29, I responded back, so I need to head to the coordinates where my brother is, the coordinates from yesterday. So, and we'll just keep going. Thursday, September 17th at 4:34 p.m. I have granted to you, this is what I've received, I have granted to you the coordinates of a brother's eye, because you have given your servant, and Moon Boots is very more aware and with Italian, Spanish, Latin, helping fine-tune some of these translations, and is a trusted advisor at this point. So they're saying, because you have given your servant, comma, and coordinated to read these verses, comma, having gotten up on the third day, and you have shown him / her all the best of the knowledge of the sun that is many times. Because time has not changed in the destination dropship of which you are the seal of the acute, comma, you also do well to know what to look for and to know about dropship, comma, with the image you try to share, which is one and not the others, comma, it might be fine. And then at 4:40 p.m. I did receive an image. Now, the exact image is of a transport. It is actually the same transport, and that's what I was about to show you before I received contact. It's a sketch. I don't know if it's breaking Law 18, but it's the only picture that I've sketched out so far because of Law 18, and that actually gets mentioned here again as we go through contact. The best drawing I could come up with, it looks like that. It's a Lyran transport ship, and actually right here would be red, and that would be red, and it is black with a lot of gray, but that's just a sketch. That was actually in a hangar bay on the Saltraxi, ready to depart. I asked, please tell me what I need to do. Tell me the exact times and day for pickup. And is this transport for brother Doug and myself? I thought the time of pickup was 10 years away and moved down to 801. 8 years, 1 month. Are you saying pickup is now imminent? At September 17th on Thursday at 5:11 p.m. they responded, and it is there, and it will eventually take you to where the coordinates are. I said, when do I go? Now? Tomorrow? Years from now? When? Please speak direct to me so I can understand. When do I go to location? My brother and I both go, correct? What do I bring with me? Is this for Friday morning, meaning my tomorrow, September 18th? I received on Thursday, September 17th at 5:56 p.m. And when the living clone approached for the second time, comma, they urged us to go up to the light of the Galactic Federation meeting where we were instructed on the abominations and terror of the Vril. The coordinates are already there. The sun is inflicted before running. Now it is important to understand communication. The answers the brothers have. So I asked, are you saying that the Vril contacted the Galactic Federation of Light? What does this have to do with the transport? Is the Galactic Federation of Light partnering with the Vril? Are we supposed to have a meeting with all of us all of you as well. Is this why the time change has differed for pickup? When do I need to be at location? Thursday, September 17th at 6:38 p.m. 96 blocks of time. I asked, does a block of time equal 1 hour or 1 day or 1 month? Is a block of time equal to 15 minutes? Please tell me what 1 block of time equals. I await your response. Thank you. So I have to be there in the morning? Please answer my questions. Thank you. They responded Thursday at 9:48 p.m. And it is good that all the planets and the sun are in one slingshot. It was on the time of the celestial block cycle in 30 days. However, all units with one of the planets around the solar cycle, namely the fruit of the new invention, the kings of the world for the block. In dreams, awareness, and understanding at a higher level, open your eyes. So I asked, what is a celestial block cycle? In time measurement, what is the fruit of the new invention? The Earth has a 24-hour cycle. How many Earth cycles until need to be at location? I await your response. Thank you. And that ended book 2. Now we're on book 3. And we begin on Friday, September 18th at 11:10 a.m. BIOS, there's an image first that I received. I don't have a drawing of it. It's a new type of ship. It actually shows it in the Siltraxi or a flagship's hangar bay. It looks elongated, cylinder almost like, but short and stubby. It says Bioscience Shuttle and came a docked ship's departure. Position itself. Okay. And then I received that image of the shuttle. I said, when do I go to location? So right now they're saying that they're about to depart. There's a shuttle and a transport that's coming down. I said, when do I go to location? And then I asked in Latin, in terris habit xxiv aurora exsolventur quam multis locus in terra cycles ad opus. So basically, things are happening very rapidly, so we try to not only ask in my native tongue English, but also in Latin the best that we could with the same question. Then I received binary code at Friday, September 18th at 12:16. 8,605.0544. So I said, what does this represent? 8,605.0544. Is this hours? Quid Hayek significant? I await your response. Thank you. And then September 18th on Friday at 2:10 p.m. they responded, Clone 801 is ready to be your leader, has bioship. Meaning there's a clone and it's actually of me, and its number is 801, has the science bioship, and basically is your point of contact. At 2:17 p.m. I asked, is Clone 801 piloting the bio shuttle? Are these ships cloaked? Can you tell me what the 8,605.0544 is? And then there is an image that was sent. And this image is wow. So it's an image of me a little bit older. My hair is a little bit different. I have a mustache. I'm in purple and black armor. It's during the day. You can actually you see all the instruments wrapped around. There's something over the eye to help with, it looks like a target thing. And there's all these elevation and different screens. It's purple and black and blue. from the seats to the terminals to the wraparound clear screens. And outside the window, you could actually see they're low because you could actually see water, green trees, lake. It looks like a lake, or they're coming. It's low. This one is low. All right, they've already departed. They're coming down, and it's wow. So I wish I can share that, but Law 18 forbids me. And it goes on in here, but I'll continue. I asked cDNA clone DCCCI est piloting a biotelesecura armadi sunt isti te poste explicar quid 8605.0544 nobis. I don't see you. Where are you? I need a pickup. Where are you? Do you need my coordinates, or you can see where my location is currently? I wasn't able to make it to Long Island, but Commander Doug was already there, and it was a cloudy, misty, rainy, overcast outside, so I went outside and I was in communications. September 18th at 5:26 p.m., I did receive a message that says, we acquired what was needed. Now, in that gap between 2:24 and 2:10 and 5:26, there's hours. And within those hours, things happened. So I asked, what was it that you needed? Will I get an opportunity to come aboard? When will I get to be on the ship? Can you come to me tonight? Is everything okay? I feel I failed you, and I am sorry and apologize. I need support and encouragement. When will I be able to go with you all? I await your response. Thank you. Do you know where Brother Doug is currently? Because at the time, I was not receiving any communications back from Brother Doug. At 6:35 p.m., they responded, time to return to action. So at 6:39, I asked, time to return to what action? Do I return to action, or are you returning to action? Are you leaving orbit? At 7:20, they responded, brother returned safely, action. At 7:34, I asked, so Brother Doug was with you all? What did you all do while up there? Can I get a tour of the Soltraxi? Can you fix my health issues in my body? Can you explain to me more about this Vril and Galactic Federation situation? I await your response. Thank you. Are you still in orbit? At 10:36 p.m., they responded, we will complete the Brothers Traverse. This cannot be forgotten. So they will complete the Brothers' Travels. So that was the first step. And then there will be a future step. 10:39 p.m. I said, what cannot be forgotten? Can Clone 801 land at my home in the backyard by the trees? So you will pick up Brother Doug again and make sure he remembers what exactly? I await your response. Thank you. Do you have an image of Brother Doug on ship from today? I await your response. Thank you. And at 11:37 p.m., they responded, 18 law must be adhered to. In the time that all this was happening, Tara, Moonboots, Doug, and myself were in communications. In real time, things were happening. Some images did slip where I had screenshots of things to send, and a couple of the images were seen, and they were reminding me that 18 law, which is not to share any image that is considered a gift and no one else is to see, must be adhered to. At 11:38, I said, I understand. Can you give me a history lesson from the cosmos? Just to change topic, I don't know when contact's going to end. I always throw random questions in there because I always want, the more data we have, the more we can get from the situation and get a broader picture. Saturday, September 19th at 4:37 p.m., I received, implant memory brother coordinated, but them that are without discovered. So I asked, he has a memory implanted or a device implanted? Do I have an implant? And they responded at 5:58 p.m. negative. So then I asked, what must happen next? Are you currently in orbit above us? What does Brother Doug need memory implant for? I await your response. Thank you. I am a prince, correct? Are all the planets in this solar system inhabited? I have been informed there are spies watching Brother and I. Is this true? On Saturday at 6:14, they responded, O most mighty, the other counsel to their awareness of the gift of the brothers deserve to be a special gift from the prince, to be kept under the law, the image of the ruler of the 18 and out of the cockpit as the Sultraxi. I said, what was the gift? Who is the other counsel? And at 6:25 p.m., they stated, his brother and the head of a legion of combating Platea. Now, Platea has been mentioned in the past. I said, what is my role? What are the sides that are battling? And at 6:32 p.m., they responded, and many people have been deceived. He did not follow orders. I said, who did not follow orders? Which people were deceived? I await your response. Thank you. Any upcoming events I should know about? And at 9:18, they responded, the brother of the legions leads the brigade while fighting. I said, who is he fighting exactly? At 9:25, they responded, Lyra Alliance, with which he had a continuous reference to the control of Cremona. Now remember, Cremona was the moon that was obliterated. I said, who actually governed Cremona? What race? And they responded at 9:32, Deep Black Insect. I said, what system do these deep black insects control? And was their leadership destroyed there? And they responded at 9:38, one of the moon colonies which prepared armies. However, they claim the destruction of the moon to you. So basically, there are armies in this colony. There were also civilians there within that race. I asked, I am sorry for any innocents. Are there further threats in other systems to be concerned of? Is Sister Tara in danger for communicating with me? Because at that point I was talking with Tara in real time as we were getting pinged. They responded about Tara, not a descendant member of royal blood, prince or king. So I responded, please tell the current situation with the war going on. I need an update. What exactly should I share with the people, and what should I do next? And they responded at 11:10 p.m., no gift sharing to the people, meaning the images. Those are the gifts. I said, what am I not allowed to share? These gifts are images, understood. Can you give me information on the Kalog system? Can you give me information on the Nibiru system? How many are in the legion? In a legion? What does a deep black insect look like? And then I received an image of Commander Doug in his gym clothes on this flagship. What I did notice is that it is the same colors of this purple, blue. It was during the day. Side of the Earth. It was above orbit. If you look at the front windows, you can actually see the Earth and the ocean and the islands. And you can actually see there's 3 seats up front. Computer terminals, all different type. It's not like a computer terminal that you think of. It's like knobs, switches, like in an airline pilot kind of front cockpit, all wrapped around. Brother Doug is actually in the seat, and he's looking back, and he's in a daze, and he has his palm up to the, and he's like, what do you want? Like, he's looking back at whatever's taking the image. He doesn't remember anything, and as the days have gone on, he's remembered a little bit more and more, but he was totally out of it. And it was bright and colorful, and I wish I could share it. I may try to sketch it unless I get more contact that says I'm not even allowed to do that. But it was the most amazing thing I've ever seen. Out of all the images I've received, this image, because it wasn't dark and grainy, and it was very bright, it was very vivid, it was very detailed, and it had these terminals and knobs and switches and computer screens, and then the earth curvature, and it was above the earth, and he's just like, so then I said, when will I get to experience this? Is there a way to send a ship to my home? How many crew members are on the ship? Did Brother Doug do well on board? When does Brother Doug go back on ship? How many ships are in the fleet total? How many ships does the flagship hold in it? I await your response. Thank you. Is Brother Doug a prince? So that's what I asked. And the other thing is, he got off of work and he was going to go to the gym. He never made it to the gym. So he went by the location, and then he had a headache and eye pain, and he don't remember. And then every day he's remembered a little bit more. Sunday at 11:02 p.m., I received a message. He is not, meaning he's not a prince, and a brother tyrant, revered leader. He is afraid. It is good for us until the death of the judge are in the world is more powerful. I said, can you explain in detail, please? And Sunday at 11:13 p.m., they responded, will cease to understand the memory of a brother restored. I said, how much will he remember? And at 11:19 p.m., they stated, he is with us. I said, who is with you? Please send me your race code. Tell me what the big picture is for me and my brother. I await your response. Thank you. Please tell me the names of stars and systems and races. Thank you. And then I received a race code. And this is not a Lyran race code. This race code, and I've told you guys in the past, every race has their own set of codes, double dots and dashes. So, for instance, that is a race code, that triple double dot dash, and then 14 double dots. I said, I do not recognize this race code, and then I became suspicious because I don't recognize the race code. What star system do you come from? I await your response. Thank you. And then they responded Monday at 2:17 p.m. Why? And that's a first. Because normally if I ask or command, most of the time I get my answers or they follow orders. So right there, they're questioning my orders. So then it can't be Lyran. But they did mention Lyran. But that doesn't mean that they are Lyran, because I continue to get new races as we expand, and contact from 2013 on out has just keeps expanding and growing. I asked for my records because they asked why. I said, for my records, the more I know, the more I can help. The more you keep from me, the less I have to work with. I wait your response. Thank you. I said, answer my questions. Which star are you from? What race are you called? I await your response. Thank you. What is the name of your flagship? I await your response. Thank you. And then I said, is Brother Doug a king? Then that brings us to, at the beginning of this episode, receiving a message, and that message says this. So this is at the beginning of the episode. Do not go beyond the borders. No night on the planet, and yet a knight meaning like a knight in shining armor. So do not go beyond the borders. No night on the planet, and yet to kings and violence in many places. The brother of the expenses for the wars, and had the legion, promises victory is attained, and entertainments by the right of kindred Plataea. Many spies are surrounded by evil too. So many, and there we go again with spies again. And I'll ask, can you name these spies? And I mean, we're current. The images, guys, I am really sorry I can't share those images. I'm going to see if I'm going to even get reprimanded for the sketch. If I'm not, I will sketch out the remainder images, the best of my ability to share, because the one with Commander Doug actually on the ship in his street clothes is so amazing that it is like the best image I've ever received out of all of them. There's a lot of information. There's definitely a new race. I don't feel these are the Lyrans. I feel when that line, the encrypted line broke, and then that Russian stuff appeared out of nowhere, and then the line changed over. And then now we're talking about deep black insects. I did get answers on the colonies of Cremona, hence colonies, like insects colonies, so it makes sense. Real quick, let me see where we're at. Anything? Montauk, the airship blimp was in New Jersey. Yes. If transport is like the one I was in a 2-seater, you lay down it because it's 3. Actually, we have the dimensions on the transport. The transport, because when the Holy City was decimated and blown up too, remember the colonies of Cremona were decimated, and then the Holy City was taken out. The transport, I believe, could hold 13 to 15 different individuals, and there was 11 or 12 individuals that were picked up off of the Holy City before it was taken out. And the bio ship doesn't look very big. It looks like it only can hold a few. Excuse me, the bioscience ship. I'm just trying to briefly go through here. Low Ray, hey, what's up? Someone intercepted your message. So curious about this term Plataea. Yeah, so what we understand from Plataea is 14,000 light years towards the galactic center of the Milky Way. There has to be a way to find the race code meanings via internet. I found a lot of sites dedicated for games and stuff. Okay, yeah, so some of the race codes I have based upon the data that we have received over the last 8 years to identify certain, but like I said, if you look behind me, I mean, I read everybody's, whether it's the partial disclosure movement, the full disclosure movement, to everybody. No one mentions anything about codes for races. I happen to have dozens and dozens and dozens of race codes. This one is new. The continuity in this, though, is that mothership or flagship that Brother Doug was on and they came down, number one, clone 801 looks exactly like me but older. Number two, the style within the ship looked exactly like the single starfighter of when I'm old, where I have white hair and I have royal purple. There is strife internally within Lyra from now it's been denied too, but within contact, it's mentioned, especially from last summer, about something going on within the city with my father. Yeah, I was supposed to be there, but I was not. Brother Doug was. He's been having a lot of pains in his ribs. He's been having, but he's supposed to go back up to get that final memory because it's important. So guys, it went it actually went faster than I thought, but that's a lot of information. We also just received contact, so I'm sure it's going to be a busy night tonight. I know I haven't talked to you guys in a couple of weeks, it seems, or a week and a half, or whatever it was from episode 19. When you have 35 messages, 36 messages, and then you have these images, and you have things that are fluid, and you don't know who's who, and there is a war going on. We also had many other things privately going on within the community. And it was a very hard week. I was distant. There are certain individuals who have certain abilities or gifts or talents, and that are advisors to me. I had to focus on them and their insight. Also, especially for Brother Doug, also for myself and my own mental health. To pilot through this, to document this. I was even unsure of even having an episode 20 because I don't have any resolution yet. And like you see, we're continuing with the actual contact. And the funny thing is I haven't had a contact all day. And as soon as I started, I did receive it. And it was in the same encrypted line. So I haven't even digested. I'm on live on the air. I haven't really mentally meditated and digested that information yet. It does talk about spies, that there are spies watching me or trying to communicate and work with me with getting information. I have to be careful about what I share with images, what I share with codes. Things are happening in real time. There was something going on with the Vril and the Galactic Federation of Light. Something going on with the Lyrans with sending clones. There's strife going on within the Lyrans. There are fleets orbiting the Earth. There's the Ningizida fleets that are orbiting around as well. There is a lot going on. I do apologize. I'm trying to share everything I possibly can without trying to break a law. So we learned a new law, Law 17, and that has to do with positions of fleets and their coordinates. Law 18 has to do with images, only from a royal or a prince's eye. Rule 14 with the medical facilities. Yeah, I don't know if it's congrats. Better safe than sorry, Alex. That's what I'm trying to do, Keith. Much love. I've been trying to walk a fine line, and I'm just trying to be careful with everything that's so fluid. Guys, Tara's going to post Discord. I highly suggest, if you want to get a more insight about what's going on and have a more leisurely talk, join the Discord. And it's really cool because Tara always says it's like a coffee shop. So it's like I bounce into there's all these different topics. So within Discord, so I can explain it to you, there's a section of the latest books I'm reading and looking at. There's general chat, there's dreams, there's vision, there's all these different topics. And to go into the book section, since we're live, I did recently receive 2 days ago the book on the plate guys help me out, the Pleiadian contact. on Thursdays on social media, where there's a quantum hypnotist and this female talking to Toron from, because there's Gosha with the Taigetans, and then there's the what's her name with Torin from the Pleiades, I believe. Well, anyways, I received her book. There's a whole section of, basically it's broken into 3 parts. The last section has contact in it. It's very small, very limited. The majority of it is actually different races and star systems and maps and drawings. This person's actually a really good artist and talks about some things match up. Like, for instance, we will learn tonight about the deep black insect. That's a new race. I've been contacted by Mantis, but I've not been contacted by deep black insects because the colonies of Cremona. Well, in their publication, it's called a black tall insect, and mine, they tell me, and in theirs they say the Galactic Federation of Worlds but mine is Galactic Federation of Light, and I've had 3 or 4 references. I'm not saying that's not real. Maybe every race is different in how they say it or pronounce it. I don't know. I'm always looking for more information. Thoron, yes. Not sure if congrats is in order yet. Yeah, we have a lot going on. So Brother Doug probably will be abducted or taken shortly because they got to finish up. I was not there. I was supposed to be there. I've heard of a new alliance system. Yeah, I don't know. 36 messages, 4 images. This is where we're at. This is episode 20. While on the show in the beginning, we just received that message. We're going to continue on. Tara, if you can go ahead and throw up Discord. We're going to jump off of there so we can break some of this down even further and have further discussions. I'm going to be active tonight. Not that I'm cutting this short, and it's not that this is important, but the works in the time frames of windows that open and close are the utmost important because these are transmissions. And I did want to touch briefly on the trends. Not only have we blown away 2019's numbers of the amount of contact transmissions and races and how they expand and keep growing, we're at such a phenomenal rate that I don't even see how I'm going to be able to keep up. I'm currently, but if this continues, I'm going to need individuals to help me keep up with the amount of stuff that's coming in. And it's hard. I mean, you don't get all the answers, but the more data we have, the more we can conclude, good, bad, ugly. There's a lot going on. There's a lot. And I have to be careful, and I've been warned about what I share on here on many different reasons and levels, from terrestrial to non-terrestrial. And I have to be careful. I appreciate that, Keith. I appreciate that. Guys, spread the word about Discord. I want to see it. We're getting great interaction on there. I want to see even more interaction. It's awesome, the amount of data and sharing. No matter what, your experiences, different things, we can all learn from each other. This is where we're at. If anything, I know Brother Doug, he's kind of quiet, and he's like that in real life. It takes a lot for him to trust. His job is to protect me, and he was sent here as well, and I trust his judgment. So if he tells me something, sometimes I buck, but when it comes down to it, he's he always has my back, and he's actually literally in the real world saved my life probably about 4 times in real life situations since we were kids. Literally saved my life. So we all have roles, and we all have to be humble, and we all have to digest this knowledge, because there's no one else that I know is getting anything like. I mean, I read everybody's work. Some people have contact for real, but on the level that we're dealing with, not like this. This is something totally unique, not to make us special or anything, but it's pretty amazing. It's humbling. It's scary at times, but we have to stay away from fear. The dark side feeds off fear, and it's a form of loosh and a lot of other things, and we have to stay positive, be good-hearted, do the right thing, be good people, and push forward, because there's a war. There's a war for your mind. There's a war for your soul. There's a war. There's a lot of things going on. So, with that being said, this has been episode 20. I love you all. Thank you for all your support. And meet us in Discord. Tara will put that on there, and we can talk throughout the evening. And it's just been a rough week and a half. And as you can see, we're still getting it. And I'm going to try to sketch those things out and show it to you guys, so you guys can stay in the loop. No problem, Keith. Appreciate that. Well, that's it. That's what I have to update you. Cut and dry and short. I'm not going to speculate too much until we get more contact and I have enough more data to actually go over it. There's the Discord. And Gene, stay safe. And we all need you and your information, love, and safety. Thank you, guys. You've been watching episode 20, The Lyran Connection, and we will have YouTube updated shortly. Get on Discord. It's a great thing, I'm telling you. A lot of great people in there. Love you all. Peace and love. And stay safe and keep looking up at the stars. You never know what you're going to see, especially in these times. Have a good night, and I'll see you on the other side.